Imagine, you're on an empty highway, 2 a.m. The world is silent, the air still, until you hear it. A deep, menacing growl in the distance, like a lion preparing to strike. And then, it happens. A bright orange streak blazes past you in a flash, the roar echoing in your chest. That's not just a car, that's a legend. The Toyota Supra MK4. Tonight, I'm telling you the full story of this icon. A story you may have never heard in its entirety. And once you do, you may never look at the Supra as just a machine again. It was the 1990s. Japan's car industry was on the verge of an engineering revolution. Toyota wanted to create something more than just a fast car. They wanted to build a legacy. Their engineers worked tirelessly, pushing limits, until they birthed the beating heart of the Supra, the 2GZ GTE engine. This wasn't just an engine, it was a masterpiece, stock. It was already a monster, but in the hands of tuners, it became something almost supernatural. People started calling it the god of engines, and for good reason. Its power potential seemed endless. But the Supra wasn't only about numbers and speed. Its design, the long hood, aggressive curves, and those iconic headlights made it an instant classic. And then came the moment that would forever cement its place in pop culture. 2001, The Fast and the Furious. Paul Walker, playing Brian O'Connor, rolls out in a bright orange MK4 Supra and takes down a race that left audiences stunned. That scene didn't just entertain, it lit a fire in millions of young hearts around the world. Overnight, the Supra went from a car to the dream car. In America, a clean MK4 Supra was already rare. Import laws and limited production meant finding one was like winning the lottery. And that rarity only fueled the obsession. Today, a pristine MK4 can sell for more than some modern supercars. But for those who buy one, it's not just about money. It's about owning a dream you've chased for years. What makes the Supra magical is that it doesn't belong to just one category. It's a king on drift tracks, a beast on drag strips, and a showstopper at car meets. Every Supra tells its own story, from 1,000 horsepower builds that shake the ground, to pure stock beauties that look like they rolled straight out of the showroom in 1994. And in the car community, there's a saying, you don't just own a Supra, you become part of its legend. But maybe the real power of the Supra isn't in its speed or its looks. It's in the feeling. That moment, you press the accelerator and hear the turbo spool screaming in your ears. The second the needle climbs past 100 miles per hour, and you feel like you've left Earth behind. That's the Supra experience, a mix of adrenaline, nostalgia, and pure joy, impossible to replicate. And like all great legends, the MK4's reign had an end. In 2002, production stopped. For car lovers, it felt like the closing of a golden chapter. But legends never truly die. Even now, over 2 decades later, the MK4 Supra lives on. In car shows, in YouTube builds, in the whispered stories of street racers. It inspires new generations while reminding the old guard of the days when horsepower was the ultimate currency. So the next time you see a Supra, don't think of it as just a car. Think of it as a promise to dream bigger, push harder, and never settle for limits. Because that's what the Supra teaches us. If you've got the passion, nothing can hold you back.